to IVA Spirituality channel. Don't watch a life suffer. In your life, in anyone's life, nobody should watch a life suffer. A single life. It can be animal, it can be a person in front of you. Because a life needed a support, a help from someone beside them. The life is always like that only. It needs help, it should be helped. When a person is suffering alone in a room, when he cry, when he was in suffering, he was in problem, he was facing the failure, he was facing lots of painful moment in his life, nobody helped. That person was crying in the room for the long time because nobody is noticed, nobody could understand him. That's why nobody can help him, nobody can understand him. That's the reason people could not help him, because nobody noticed that he was in suffering. But the person who suffer, it is very highest emotion that he felt inside his mind for the long time. He was searching for the relief. He was searching for someone has to support him. So there are people in the world like that. Lots of people. Lots of people cried in a single room. Nobody has watched. That's okay when the person crying in a room, the person suffering alone. But in front of you, if anybody suffer, we should not watch it. We should never watch it. A single life in the world should not suffer, means they can in the pain alone, but not in front of you. In front of you, if anybody crying, anybody in the pain in the heart, you should not watch it. You should help that life. Any life, it can be a person, it can be a friend, it can be your colleague, it can be anyone in front of you. You should never watch it. As soon as possible that you should help him or help her. A life, it can be animal, that life is suffering, you are watching and you are not doing anything, you are not helping that life. That means someday, if you are in the public, you are suffering in pain and some problem happened, right? Some way, if nobody will help, what happened to your mind? If you are suffering in the room, you will be facing by yourself. You will solve it. But in front of you, nobody should suffer. If you are suffering, if you are pain, if you are lots of problem, somebody is watching, they have to help you. They should do it. They should not simply watch it. That's the most crucial thing. A mind works. A mind should not watch it. Nobody should watch another person or another life suffering. So don't watch someone suffer. Don't watch a life in front of you in the pain. If you are watching a movie, in that movie actor is acting. Behind that movie there is a story, that survival story. A person survived in the desert for the long time. That suffering you cannot understand. An actor cannot understand. The really in real life who suffered, that person only can understand the feeling of aloneness. That's the only person in real life. The actor can understand 20% of his feeling, but we can understand only less than 1% of that suffering. So we cannot feel others. We cannot feel what the pain is feeling like, their pain. We cannot, but we can understand through our own problem happened in the past, own pain happened in the past, like that they are suffering. We can understand that way only. We cannot imagine how much they are suffering. They are the only person knows. We are not knowing anything. We don't know anything. So people are in the world suffering in pain, in disease condition, in hypertension, diabetes, health problems happening. You see lots of old age people in hospital admitted under several problems. That's because of the mind and body. If they have keep their mind and body in perfect condition, then they have to maintain. If they have car or bike, they can repair it or they can buy new one. But you cannot. You should not repair your own body or mind. You should never do it. You have to maintain it. You have to maintain your body and mind perfectly. So in the hospital they admit. What they are going to do, the nurses and doctors, hospital workers, housekeepings, everyone is trying very hard to cure that patient. They are failing every day, every time. Watching a life suffer in the hospital, watching a life going through more pain in front of them. This is because of only the maintenance of the body and mind is not happening in them. That's why they are in that position. Not only the patients are suffering, the nurses are suffering, doctors are suffering, healthcare workers are suffering in the hospital because of they are not maintaining their body and mind perfectly. And we are not like them. We have to maintain our body and mind. We have to take care of ourselves. We are not giving trouble to anybody. We should not. We should practice exercises, mind, and we have to clear our mind through truth speaking and honesty. All kind of things will heal the mind and body. So too much pressure of the mind, that's the reason. The physical problems, health problems is because of 99% of the mental problems. Mind is the only problem. Through the emotions, through lots of health problem comes because of the mind. The mind is under pressure, under stress. That's the reason. We are not going to have stress. We are not going to have pressure. Even if it is we are having, we are going to solve it by ourselves. When we take care of ourselves 100% health and mind perfectly, then we are not giving any trouble to any youngsters coming generation. Nobody have to work hard in now. Everybody is working in the hospital. That way nobody need to work hard. They can do any other job. Not like this. Not like this. In the hospital, not only patients are suffering, everybody is suffering. Watching a patient suffering is the most painful thing for the nurse or doctors or healthcare workers. It's very hard. So we have to maintain our body and mind perfectly. Then we are not going to give trouble to anybody. We are not going to give that work to anybody. This is our job. Our job is maintain the body and mind perfectly, not anyone's job. So that's it. Thank you guys.